Well, hello everybody. This is the pastor speaking again from the formerly thunderous intestines of Visitation World Headquarters with news you can potentially use. Now, heretofore, we broadcast from the fireside, burning or not. You know, years ago, President Roosevelt broadcast from the fireside to people listening on the radio. I thought we'd change things up a little bit today and broadcast from the side of the radio, and maybe you'll be listening by your fireside. First thing I want to talk about is EFF. That's the Emergency Food Fund. Man, that's really gone over like gangbusters. To date, we've collected $7,000 for emergency assistance here in our community. This is, of course, in addition to the other kinds of copious assistance Visitation provides various apostolates. That $7,000 will be apportioned thusly. $1,000 each is going to go to the food pantry at Redemptorist and at St. Francis Xavier and at Bishop Sullivan Center and at Don Bosco Center in Old Northeast and at Morning Glory down at the Cathedral, and finally at Harvesters, which does work all over the city. In addition to that, $500 will be given respectively to St. Therese Little Flower and to Guardian Angels. Food continues to be the most urgent need in our city. You know, it would seem that there have been an awful lot of folks out there who've been living on the bubble, and shelter in place is proving to be the pin that has burst that bubble. And I'm so glad that we're able to meet these needs with some serious contributions. You, of course, can continue to give to the Emergency Food Fund if you care to. Just get it to us in the mail or through the slot in the door, and we'll see that it gets to the place where it does the most good. You know, next I want to talk about this whole matter of reconvening when we open up again. Some people have said, Father Brad, when are you going to decide to reopen Visitation Church? As though I was the person who makes that decision. Well, I assure you I'm not, on account of we're Catholic. Now, being Catholic's not a comfortable thing to be sometimes, but we're Catholic nonetheless, and we'll stay that way. And that means that we're under the direction of Bishop James Johnston. It'll be his decision about when to reopen. At least in the Kansas City, Missouri parts of the diocese, I'm very sure Bishop Johnston will continue to take his cues from the Public Health Office and the proclamations of Mayor Quentin Lucas. Given the epidemiological considerations and the variety of more or less educated and uneducated opinions and even legal liabilities, it seems to me that the bishop will have to be governed by whatever the mayor and the city fathers and mothers suggest. For us, that currently means we'll maintain shelter in place until at least the 15th of May. What happens after that, of course, we don't really know. Curiously, just yesterday, the diocesan offices were in a mad dash to learn the fire code occupancy limit of all the churches in the diocese. Now, the fire code occupancy limit of Visitation's big church is at a round 900 people. All of this leads me to a guess, and it's only a guess, that when we do open up, we will be allowed a certain percentage of our occupancy limit. Again, it's just a wild guess, but maybe they'll allow us to have, I don't know, let's say a third of our occupancy limit. That would be like 300 people all spread out in that great big church over there. As I think about that, I wonder what 300 people they're going to be, you know, and what if we end up with more than 300 people coming? Do we turn them away? Well, I don't know. I feel rather sure that there'll be quite a few people who don't want to come back right away anyway for fear of contagion, especially maybe people with various kinds of health conditions. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting, and I will report more about these things as we go along. Finally today, I want to show you some of my mail. I just received these two publications in the mail today. One's called Carondelet from the Sisters of St. Joseph in St. Louis, the community that staffed Visitation School for so many decades. And the second one is called Voices. It's from the Sisters of Charity of Leavenworth. Both of these came to me today, and when I get them, I'm always anxious to look at them. And I sat in this room, we're coming today from my room in the rectory. I sat in here this morning with these publications in my lap. And you know, as I looked through them, I had such a sensation of life and goodness come over me. You know, you look through these and you see the vitality in these communities, which is kind of curious, because after all, these communities are of primarily older women. But that doesn't stop them. Man on one page, there they are working to provide for the poor. Man on another page, they're educating children. On another page, they're pursuing respect for life in all of its seasons. On another page, they're advocating for racial equality. It's just amazing the works that these sisters do. And oh yeah, the priests and the bishops, they've had a part in all of it too. But the priests and the bishops, they get their shine. They get their shine. The sisters, not so much, and they should. The church in the United States and in so many parts of the world was built on the backs of these people. They mean so much to me. They've given so much. And from my point of view, they've gotten so little. Now, I go on this way because this coming Sunday is the World Day of Prayer for vocations in the Catholic Church. Now, of course, there's the vocation of marriage, too, and it's of fundamental importance. But so many of you live that vocation every day. You regard it every day, and you don't really need me to tell you anything about it. So I'm concentrating for the moment on the vocation of the sisters, the brothers, all, and even the deacons and the priests and the bishops. There are a lot of things to pray for. Health in this COVID-19 time, suitable amount of wealth, everything that's wonderful and good for the people you love the most. All these things are important for sure. But I'm going to ask you this Sunday on the World Day of Prayer for Vocations to remember those sisters and the brothers and even the deacons and the priests and the bishops. Oh, I know maybe some of you are not all that happy with some of the priests and the bishops. I get that. I'm not real happy with all of them either, including myself. But remember this, please. Our Catholic Church is going to get the kind of vocations it deserves, which is to say, it's going to get the kind of vocations that it really prays for. So this Sunday, would you please send one up for all those good people out there who are trying to give their lives for bringing the gospel of God into every corner that needs it. All right. I think that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for your time, friends. You're in my prayers. You're on my mind. I look forward to seeing all of you again soon. God bless, and bye for now.